Yo, thanks for tapping in. If you're here with me, thank you for tapping into another session of Blow On with me with James. Uh, like I like to start off every show, first giving honor and thanks to the Most High, God Himself. Uh, Thank you for this opportunity. And I just want to say, yeah, I've been gone a few extra couple days. I committed to recording every week, but I skipped a couple days. I skipped a week or whatever. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. Um, so, like, I know I started this by trying to tell stories, and if y'all hear that noise, excuse me, they working upstairs in the condo or whatever. So, um, it's a little bit of noise gonna be drilling and tapping in every now and then. So, shit is irritating. But I wanted to talk about well, first, um, I wanted you guys to make sure you guys knew all my handles and all my social medias before we get in. See, I'm ready to go in. I'm ready to go in. Um, but like I'm on YouTube, the Blow On with me. On Instagram is Chest Sand Products for you. CHESTSAYN number 4U. On Instagram, on Facebook it's Chest Sand underscore inspiration. Um, I got a PayPal and a Cash App for donations, but I get that info to you, but in a later date or whatever. But my website is chestsandproducts.com. You could catch my merch there and things like that. So I wanted to talk about today. Um, like, as I mentioned before in some previous episodes, I'm a very experienced guy, and I want to mention that I'm not trying to be self-righteous or I just want to be righteous. I know the shit I've been through. Um, could probably people could learn from. I'm definitely not an angel. I aspire to be one day, definitely. But I think this is some kind of message that I got from God to just to relay to people and try to help them out in my situation. And along with that, my brand and my purpose and everything behind that kind of sing those same types of things. It's like all came together. So with being inspired and being able to express oneself, I think is important. Having a spiritual based or belief based, I think is valuable one to one's mental health, to yourself, because we all need something to fall back on spiritually. And as men, we have to prepare ourselves for damn near war every day. As black men, every day. We fight shit every day. So I don't know if this message today is for necessarily men, but I think women could probably take from this too. In some kind of sense, I'm kind of gonna be kind of leaning in on like relationship wise because I've literally I literally had numerous relationships uh, that I could probably expound on and talk about my experience in them. Um, which I know that I made some bad choices. Uh, and I don't like it's just some things like just looking back in hindsight where I don't know if where it would have went or what would have happened, but I know that sometimes I might have jumped the gun. So fellas, women, I'm speaking about transgressions, stick to itiveness. I didn't even think that was a word for a long time, but that's a word. Stick to itiveness. you gotta have that. We gotta go through fights and we gotta battle. We gotta go through the fire. It's just really tough because I don't want to get too personal and get detailed about anything. But like I sit and I talk with my guys sometimes. We go through a sharpening session, or we talking to each other and asking each other's advice, or we tap into each other just to see if we straight, or like if our head is in the right place. And we all around the same age, but like it's this constant discussion about male and female, um, and being in a relationship, operating as a unit. And there's things that come up in relationships, from who left the toilet seat up to why the finances ain't together, or I thought you had this response, and all kinds of things that can happen inside a relationship. But when we bump heads, it could get rough sometimes. Sometimes you feel like you want to give up, or you just want to walk away, or this ain't for me. There's some things and words that I want to probably drop that that's very vital to making the right choices. I'm a big guy with choices. Like when you make a choice, sometimes choices come up and it's hard to make a choice. Um, Sometimes the right choice is will give you a bad outcome, or you make the wrong choice, but you feel like so it's sometimes it can be difficult. But you gotta have this ability to discern. You gotta know the difference. Um, and and one way I can interject God into this, in the manner that I'm speaking, and that some guys, just because of our build, and I'm speaking about men, um, I think we built with strength. Okay, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna put it that way. But in another sense, I'm saying we built to eat shit. Okay, not necessarily take shit, but we gotta be the ones that kind of munch on stuff and kind of figure it out. Women, um, sometimes thrown into that role to have strength and to use their strength. But sometimes that's because we left them in that position to do so. Um, and this is just as from my perspective, my opinion, my understanding, my experiences in life, with people. Period. Not even always in a relationship, but people have to. You got to know your role. Like as a woman, as a man, in a relationship, out of a relationship, but in a relationship specifically, a man's gift is strength, and a woman's strength is her words. So these two things could operate like a fine, well-oiled machine. But if things are out of whack, or you're not necessarily knowing what your purpose is inside this relationship, or what you're supposed to do, because sometimes the message gets misconstrued inside a relationship, because women go through different things. They've been left alone and been by themselves and been independent, so their mindset different. Men move and operate differently. Like in my uh, situation, mine was trust, right? So being that I had these situations with women that I found untrustworthy, like I had trust issues, uh, and also just as an observation of myself, the women that I engaged myself with had issues with men, or not trusting, or guys not being who they had to be, right? So things with trust issues. So when I think about these things, and here we go reflecting, right? And here's another example. So I'm using, I guess today is about me going through a transgression or something in my life, where I'm just going to use this as an example of my thought process, right? So we go back and we reflect. So like I said before, I've been married 4 times. That's a lot. Um, and going through that and being who I am, I can't. I'm not gonna not look back at that and say, where, okay, what did I do? Like, what was I? What was my role in all of that hoopla, or the transgressions, or the reasons these things ended? And not necessarily what could I have done different, but what can I do to be better? What decisions or choices could I make to get a better result? So, like I said, I've been married 4 times and probably more relationships than that, but I've dealt with women, right? So I know that women operate inside their emotions. They kind of use their emotions. Now, some women can manage their emotions well, some women don't. Um, but us as men, when we decide to dig in or lay down or be with that woman and make that a unit or a marriage or a relationship or whatever, when you decide to make that commitment, when you decide to marry, I'm leveling up as I go because I'm talking about where I'm at. When you decide to marry, um, you have a responsibility as a husband to your wife. Um, and this is all about character. Like I talked about discernment. So when I look back and I reflect at the different situations, the different reasons, the different whys and cause and effect things that I've been through, I could say sometimes I probably gave up a little bit too fast. No regrets because I know that I operated in my mind, but maybe I didn't necessarily know my total responsibility. Let's say that. So in being responsible now and trying to be responsible and growing and learning these things and growth, there's a lot of shit you gotta eat. There's a lot of shit you gotta eat because we're guys, we're men. And I know the whole world and this whole generation kind of move differently, but um, I spoke on the show before about that we have to get back to the basics of the Bible. And some of those stories in the Bible just depict the types of things that we go through nowadays, even though they're old stories. And this one reflects to the story and kind of like what I'm trying to say. Because like I'm saying, I'm generalizing it. We can go through some of the worst things in relationships, and where we feel like we want to walk away, right? But as an example, and this brings this example to me, because it was kind of like the worst thing that could ever happen. And I know we probably all heard this story before in the Bible. Judas, right? Judas sat down at the table with the 12 disciples, breaking bread with them, eating with them. That the 12 disciples was his followers, his guys. Look, that those was his main men at the time. He sat at that table and he said, "One of you will betray me." I'm gonna just keep it simple. He said, "One of you will betray me." Now knowing, put yourself in Jesus' shoes, because that's who we supposed to be like. That's who we supposed to attempt to walk like, right? That was our example. Now him being the example, that that guy knew one of his rollies was gonna turn on him, deny him, turn on him, and be the reason he had to go through everything he had to go through, dying for us. And he knew he knew somebody was gonna betray him. He still walked and talked and held it down. He knew one of his boys was gonna flip on him. So, what was the ultimate thing? What was that feeling? What was that? Go to that, and let's bring it back to where we at. Is betrayal. Like, so if you knew your girl was gonna betray you, lie to you, do something off the wall, not necessarily go too far, but if you knew she was gonna do something like that, I think the message in that is it's still our job to be a leader. It's still our job to be a teacher. It's still our job to be patient. It's still our job to be understanding. Because going through something like that, what do we ultimately get out of that? The wisdom to know the difference. So in all situations, guys, and I know some situations you have to walk away from. I'm not gonna say that you need to take yourself through the ringer through no abuse or anything like that, but we gotta have some stick to itiveness. We gotta keep going. We gotta go hard. And I haven't always done that. I used to be I could say, I was a runner, I was a track star. I used to run away when it got hard, but especially because I guess people always deem me an emotional guy. But I learned how to manage them emotions a little bit better now. Um, I don't know if this touched y'all in no kind of way, but like I really want people to realize that patience and understanding, my favorite words, are really vital to keeping your mental health together and yourself together. Sometimes our purpose is well, I know our purpose is to love and to serve. Uh, Ultimately, that's our purpose. And if we continue to operate in love and put God in everything, we'll be okay. Um, these things are just jewels that I just want to put in somebody's ear. We can't we can't keep this stuff to ourselves. Like I just feel like some of this stuff I got to get off my chest. I go through stuff. Uh, we all do, but we got to keep ourselves humble. We got to stay grounded, and we got to keep moving forward. We can't look back. We got to keep moving forward. We got to make better choices, better decisions, and learn from the fucked up shit we did before. And here's another olive branch I extend to anyone like that I offend or I may say the wrong thing, or whoever got something against me. I'm all for healing and trying to be a better person. I guess that's my message for today. I just kept it short. We'll get back into the nuts and bolts of this. Blow one with me. I didn't even blow one today. I just wanted to get on here and drop down and kind of tell y'all why I've been MIA. So a brother been going through it. We all go through it, right? But I got to keep it moving. I can't let nothing hold me back. Sometimes energy get messed up, but you got people around you to support you that always say the right thing and keep you together. Shout out to my boys back in Cleveland. I love y'all to death. Always hold me down. To my affiliates, Real Life Kings label, Hood Family, all those guys that help me content create. It ain't not all of them, but it's a few of them. My wife, Rochelle, King, yeah, they all put into me. You know what I'm saying? And they keep me going, keep me grounded. I'm just saying it's important to have a support system around you and people that can give you positive vibes. So keep a good circle. To all the people that I kind of rub elbows with and be all in their DMs, annoying them and trying to get something together, I just be thinking. I be trying to rub up. I ain't got nothing right now, but I know it's something to get. I know it's a purpose out there. I know it's somewhere and that I'm supposed to be and I ain't there yet, and I'm just gonna reach and get there. I got family, entrepreneurs that I affiliate with. Hey, just rub elbows with me. Let's do it. I share yours, you share mine. Let's go. So, my name is James. This is Blow One With Me. And I ain't even blow nothing, but I'm about to in a minute. You know, I was ready, but I just had to get this stuff out and just say that I want people to not be a victim, and we're a product of our choices. So always make better choices. Stand still, stand in your purpose. I'm James. I'm tapping out.